Welcome to episode 200 of the Left Behind Game Club. This week, the six of us reminisce about good times, bad, and video games. Let's get right into it.
You're listening to the Left Behind Game Club.
Welcome to Left Behind Game Club, our never-ending damn it.
This man's out of practice.
True.
Yeah, I don't know how to do this
I
anymore.
sweated so hard the
Welcome
first
to
time I
another
ever
episode of
hosted.
Left Behind Game Club, our never-ending attempt to make sure that no game is left behind.
You're hosting now.
Nope.
Oh yeah, I was like, this is a bad idea. You shouldn't have done that.
Take the reins,
Welcome
Mike.
to Left Behind Game Club, our never-ending attempt to make sure that no game is left behind. I'm your host, Chicken McCourt, and today I have 5 friends with me. The first friend, you know him, you love him. His name is Mike Ruffalo.
Hello! I'm excited to chat about all of our favorites with my favorites.
Another one of my favorites, Mo Murtati. Hello.
Oh, wow. I get the second call out? Yeah, hell yeah. I'm glad to be
You
here.
sure
I'm excited.
do.
There's some games that I'm pretty offended have been left out, so we'll address them accordingly.
I mean, did you vote for them or no?
Yes, I'm the only one apparently. I only
Great.
I'll gotta relax. I'll calm down. Woosah.
We're going to talk about it after I introduce our third friend, Katie Lesbrance. Hello.
Hello. We made it. We're all here.
We sure did. 200. 200 with a fury. My fourth friend, Flora Marigold. Hello.
Great to be here. I feel really, really honored that I can be on an anniversary episode like this. I'm so excited.
It's really easy when you come in
200
late,
episodes.
right?
Yeah,
We
all
just
I gotta do is
swoop in
reminisce,
late,
baby.
and all of a sudden we're in episode 200. Ba-bam.
I didn't have to
part of
lay
the
the
plan.
foundation. I just have to,
Right? I didn't have to do shit.
comment on the stucco on the outside of the house. That's
Let's
all.
not pretend like you weren't one of our first listeners. So,
I've
both
been there
of
for a
you.
long time.
Yeah.
A person that's also been there for a long time, my fifth friend, the Oh Hi, goes to Travis Colnut. Oh Hi.
Oh, hi. How's it going?
Oh Hi. We're doing well.
Do I count as new or old? Because I'm an early guest, but a new host?
Yeah.
So I don't know what I count
Well,
as.
here's some fun facts for you because I wrote
facts.
them down.
I love facts.
Facts. We just hit 8 years as of you guys hearing this.
Woo!
So 200, 8 years, craziness.
My bones hurt.
Katie and Flora joined in February of 2022. Episodes 137 and 138, one after the other.
Wow.
And then Travis, you joined a year later in January of 2023. So you've been here for 2.5 years as an official host. So I think that's long
Officially.
enough.
I was
That's
unofficial
grandparent.
before that point. Yeah.
Yeah. You were basically like, hey, I had a baby. So as soon as the baby can take care of themselves, then I'll be a host.
2 years and the baby's just doing its own thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, right? When did they go to college? I don't
Yeah,
quite know.
that's right.
So today we're going to break down a bunch of things. We're going to talk about some of our favorite memories from 200 episodes. We've got some voicemails from folks who have been on the show or who have been listening to the show. We're going to play those. And then the main meat of this episode today is us building our list of 20 essential titles that we played on this show that you should listen to and play. So why don't we start with the person who spoke last, so Travis.
Hello.
I'll start with you. Memories after 200 episodes. Tell us about some.
Just generally. Honestly, this has just been a lot of fun, just generally, because I get the chance to play games and it gives me a deadline to play them, right? In terms of, I don't want to spoil specifics about episodes that I like because I think I have to hold certain things in the, the
In the
barrel.
old chamber?
Yeah, in the chamber there, just in case I need to say no, we're picking this one because of that reason. But generally speaking, it's just been a lot of fun. It's fun to take a look back at older games in a newer light with great people, and just it's a lot of fun. So just generally, I'm very happy to be here.
Mike, how you feeling about being here?
I'm tired, dude.
You've been here since the beginning.
Yeah. It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
Sure has.
I have not been on as consistently as you have. Life started getting in the way. But, we got some stuff in the hopper, and I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to chat about my faves with my faves. Yeah, it's kind of weird that it's been 8 years. Like I said, my bones hurt.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, you decided to do the life speed run in about 2 years, so...
True. You know, why wait, right? Why wait?
Yeah.
Just get it done.
True.
Mo, how you feel about 200 episodes?
Oh man, I'm feeling great. I think the big thing that I think everyone feels the same way, especially for me, I have like a niche type of game I traditionally would go with before recording the podcast. Loud, obnoxious, maybe a little bing bang shooting all over the place. Chaos types of video games, the ones that are the most appealing. But the thing with this podcast is it kind of opened my eyes. So the one that like keeps popping out and I see we've all called it out, it's What Remains of Edith Finch. Would never have played it. Would never have. If Mike was like, Mo, you have to try it. It's a good game. I was like, yeah, Mike, no thanks. Like, I'm not walking around looking at ducks flying around. Like, leave me alone. That's one of my favorite games. In the
factory.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great experience. And then there's a couple other ones that maybe we'll get into. But I think that's the best thing about all these is like, if you're listening and you kind of see a game that maybe you've never played or maybe you don't care about, I think this podcast gives you a chance to like maybe listen to it a little bit more depth, and maybe it's that initial nudge you need to find out your next favorite game like I think we've all had.
I just need to reminisce for a second because I don't know if you remember, Jacob, but we used to have to like pitch Mo on some of these games.
I remember this as a
Mo,
listener.
There is a gun. There is a gun in this game. Right?
I'm in.
There's a gun in this game, and Mo would be like, but is there words that I have to read? And we're like, there's no words. I mean, there's words. You can just click through them. You don't have to read anything.
I'm playing a game. I'm not reading a book. That was my mantra. Like,
I remember this.
And
that's like an early podcast, like the first 50 episodes or something like that. Like y'all, that was like a consistent theme. That was always like, but does it have a gun?
Yeah, totally. I think that's exactly it.
And you know what? Mo grew so much.
Yeah.
Mo grew into like loving games that I genuinely never thought Mo would ever get into.
Totally.
And I think Mo has grown beyond like, you know, being on, because there was an era where it was Mike, Mo, myself, like the first 120, 130, it was us just like every episode. And I feel like Mo grew a lot in that time, and he's grown like since he's been on fewer episodes. Now there are 6 of us, and now that we have like more friends that can be on the show, Mo, I feel like you've grown even more. Like, what games have you played lately? I bet there's a surprising one in there.
Most recently, I was just saying before we hopped on the call, I did a full replay of Metal Gear Solid 2. I played it way back one. Yeah, there's a gun, there's a sword. Spoiler alert, sorry. But it's a fantastic game. In terms, I really liked like the voice acting, the storyline, things like that. One thing that never leaves my Switch, surprisingly, was Hades, which we have as one of our games. Like I remember first trying it when we did it for the podcast. I might have beaten it, like went to the final stage once. Now I do speed runs as much as I can. It's like it's a guilty pleasure, especially when traveling. So
Mo plays Hearthstone. It's a card game.
Love Hearthstone.
There's no guns there.
Yeah,
and he plays
just
it.
Reading.
Yeah,
range. I'm so impressed.
I do it all.
Katie, do you do it all on this podcast?
Oh yeah, I'm all over the map. I have my preferences, and I have to be talked into it sometimes, but I am all over the map. I will echo the sentiment of it made me branch out more than I thought I needed to branch out. I think I didn't know. And then listening to the pod before I came on, I was like, oh, this is fun, like different games to check out. And then playing them on top of that and then discussing them, it just opens up your mind to like, oh no, there is a whole wide range of video games and you shouldn't ignore, any group of them just because you think they're not for you, because you don't know. And then I just think back to like first episodes when Jacob was like, hey, wait, do you want to be on the pod? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe. Okay, I'll be talked into it and I'll just say yes and I'll show up. We did Valiant Hearts and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I thought I brought all the chaotic energy because I didn't know what I was doing at all. But I don't know, it worked out. And then we've all grown.
And you know what the best part, Katie, is? And I'm sorry I'm about to insult 4 people while giving you a compliment. I think you're the best podcaster out of all of us.
That's
you're
absurd.
amazing.
Totally.
Yeah,
What?
no, you're
Yeah.
insane.
I don't know words or names or the sentences that come out of my mouth sometimes can barely be called sentences, but I will take your compliment. Thank you very much.
Your husband listens to our show and doesn't game, right?
Oh yeah, he listens for sure.
Yeah.
He'll
And
sometimes.
what does he say about you as a podcaster?
I mean, he's a fan, but I would hope so, right? Like, put a ring on it. Like,
Same thing with my wife.
if he was like, I
My
hate
wife-
listening to you talk, that would be bad.
My wife also listens and does not game. And I'm like, why? And she's like, because I like hearing your voice. And I'm like, you hear my voice all the time.
Yeah.
My
You
wife
literally
doesn't
hear my voice
listen
all the
and
time.
doesn't game. Am I in trouble?
She doesn't. Oh,
no.
She doesn't
I mean,
listen
yes.
and doesn't game. Just
maybe.
kidding.
Just keep an eye on that.
I was gonna say we always talk when we're in person about like when we're at PAX and such about a little bit of imposter syndrome with the podcasting thing, but I can speak genuinely as a previous and obviously current fan of this show. It's been wonderful to become a part of it. I began this as a listener, and I really as much as I've become friends with all of you, I really look up to the way that you all approach the work that you do in this medium, and it's been really, like, not to be cheesy, but to use the word in honor is like that feels correct. So it's been a great journey so far, and I really 200 episodes, hopefully several more ahead of us.
Yeah, the fun part is, we started the show at a kitchen table where we all had Yeti microphones, and it is the worst, most just terrible recording that you can ever hear in your
Even
entire
Yetis.
life.
We
It's
had
not the
snowballs.
worst.
Oh, right. Snowballs. And, you can't have 3 snowballs plugged into 3 separate computers around a table because it's just going to be everyone's voice on every snowball. But I learned that the hard way in production. But we came from those humble beginnings, have, gathered more friends along the way, have gotten to cover some cool stuff, both convention and interview devs, which I think is cool. I think the 199, the really, the fact that we interviewed Carla Zamonja back many years ago, and then got to do it again at 199 with their new game, I thought was like such a cool, fun, full circle moment beyond, getting to collaborate with friends and go to conventions and do some cool stuff. That was a beautiful moment.
Yeah. Yeah. So cool. Like, who'd have thought, one day. Also, I will just say, I will take the compliment from Flora, and I will issue another compliment of Jacob's hosting ability is, I think, just absolutely like S tier. Like, you don't get a better host. This
Yes.
would not be where it is without
100%.
the host extraordinaire.
We talk about this behind your back, Jacob. I don't know if you know this, but we've literally like gassed you up when you've
Yes.
not been there, and we've all been like, Jacob just has the sauce, and it takes so much skill to host a show. Not trying to
and keep the flow.
make you feel any feelings, but I think we all recognize the difference between when you're leading things and when we're leading things. We're all like awkwardly like traipsing through the conversation, like stumbling and sweating forward, and meanwhile you're sitting there like just like on it.
Just
all
makes
the
it look
time.
easy. Yep.
Yeah.
He is a professional.
I heard that Travis is hosting his first show coming up soon.
Oh God.
Oh, it's happening.
Oh.
Let's go.
I
I'm
would be
excited.
on the show, Travis.
We can't. It literally cannot be the next episode because there's no way I'm following up Jacob hosting 6 people.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Everyone else has hosted here, I think, at least once, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'll never
Do you remember
forget.
what you've hosted?
I did Celeste with Court, the speedrunner, and that was such an intimidating first host. I cannot, whatever the opposite of recommend is enough. That was so intimidating. They were so nice, but it was a big lift. I
You've
forget what
hosted a
else.
couple,
if I've
Katie?
hosted.
Yeah, I did. I think I did Grim Fandango, and I think maybe Mike hosted that. I don't remember. I hosted something.
You hosted
I
Telling
don't know.
Lies with me,
It's
but
back
also
there.
we drank a few too many glasses of wine.
Oh,
before
Telling Lies
we
was-
Those are the
I-
best episodes, though.
No, it's too long. We just talked. Forever. I'm so sorry to anyone.
As a listen, no,
I don't think it's
I
bad,
approve.
but it's too long. I would redo that pod slightly differently, but it's fine. It's okay. It's there,
The hardest thing that we learned early was if you don't like a game, that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Because like we don't want to sit here for 45 minutes and like
if
wish
everyone
on
doesn't
someone's
like the
work,
game.
right? Yeah, well, because then there's no energy, right?
No.
If one person loves it, there's at least energy. But
Yeah.
there's a couple
There's a
in the
discussion.
first 50 where we're kind of like,
It felt like
we don't have anything else to say here.
I'm not gonna lie.
Felt
I
like homework.
love.
Nobody was excited. You know, we muscled through, and we realized it just resulted in a poor product. And I wonder if the listeners know which ones those are.
Some of
Don't ever
my
know.
favorite like gaming engagements are games that are being picked apart. So personally, I disagree a little bit with that. But on this show, I think that the ethos is usually like upbeat, fun, friendly. You know, like that's kind of
Yeah,
like what we're
it's
going
the
for.
vibe.
So
Canadian.
it is a genuine
Yes.
bummer when I have to like show up to an episode and feel a little bit conflicted about something. I really try to bring the best intentions, at least to the conversation there, even if I dislike the game.
I think it's good when people are conflicted. It's when everyone is kind of apathetic about a
Yeah.
game. If people have strong feelings, that's fine. They can be negative if they're strong.
agree.
But when everyone's just kind of like meh, it's that's
that's
a recipe
the
for a
worst.
rough pod.
For sure.
Yeah, 5s are hard to talk about. 7s are fun to talk about. I
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah.
Needless to say, those are not in our top 10.
They're not.
No.
Are you trying to
So,
segue
look-
us somewhere, Mike?
I think so.
He sure is. He's like, let's keep going. So here's what I'm going to do. We've got some voicemails here from both folks who have been on the podcast before and also folks from the Left Behind Game Club Discord. You can find that at leftbehindgame.club/discord. So we're going to play that now. We've got 9 or 10 of them. We're going to play those here. And thank you if you submitted one for the show. So let's get right into that now.
Why, hello, Left Behind Game Club crew. This is Adam Gumbert from Respawn Aim Fire. Big fan of the show, especially the episodes that I've appeared on. I do want to say, all joking aside, congratulations for 200 episodes. That is pretty amazing. I've been a fan of this show like before I even really spoke or knew to anybody. It was that early days of at the end of the shows, they'd like, oh, join the Discord. And I was like, hey, I like this podcast enough. Let me do that. And then, you know, it's been years. I haven't even thought about it, of this awesome community of people and meeting these people in real life. And they're super cool and just enjoy video games, and you're talking about that. Again, everyone who's been on the show, guest, host included, it's always been a amazing thing to listen to, and I don't think I've ever missed an episode. I think at one point I went back and listened to everything because I was so into it. So congratulations on that. I will want to give a little point and a little shout out. Again, a lot of the episodes are really, really good. I would say 99% of them are great. I'm not going to tell you that 1%. You just have to imagine what one isn't the best. I'm just joking. Just like big shout out to them playing Hitman. Seeing multiple people play that amazing franchise and just being unhinged human beings while doing it. I just, you know, somebody on the podcast is just like Screwdriver Poppy, and we'll never really need to explain more than that. And again, great show. Happy for y'all. We'll continue to listen, and bye for now.
What's up, Left Behind Game Club crew? It's Luke Lewis over here in a sea of moving boxes, but before I get ready to move, I had to do one last recording to congratulate you on episode 200 of the show. I love this podcast so much. Y'all are the best. I've been listening for many, many years. Y'all were a huge inspiration to me when I first started getting into podcasting. I think your discussions are always so engaging and insightful and fun, and you pick great games to talk about, and it's one that I always go back to if I play a game from the backlog, and then I immediately go check if there's a Left Behind Game Club episode about it. Just good vibes all around. Y'all are the absolute best. Keep doing what you're doing. Congrats again. Much love. Take care, y'all.
Hello, Left Behind Game Club. This is Lynx offering my heartfelt congratulations on 200 episodes. It was an honor to draw the original host portraits for Jacob, Mike, and Mo back in the day, and I was so excited when Flora, Katie, and Travis all joined as hosts. You have done such amazing work bringing together a community of players who want to have fun and thoughtful discussions about games and the industry at large, and you have brought together a lot of different voices in a wonderful way. Here is to another 200 episodes. Thank you for everything, and take care.
What's up, Left Behind Game Club? I'm so excited to leave you a voice message. I just want to cheer you on for another 200 episodes. I love your content. Been a big fan since 2023 when I discovered you at PAX West. I just look forward to every release, and I hope for many more to come. Congratulations, guys.
Hey, folks. Matt, a.k.a. Stormageddon here. I really love Left Behind Game Club. I'm honored and privileged to have been a part of as many episodes as I have, working both with the old original crew and the new current crew. This is one of the top podcasts in my listening queue, always jumps to the top of my list when there's a new episode. And I couldn't be more proud of all the work done here by Jacob, Mike, Mo, Travis, Katie, Flora, and every guest who's come on this show. It's an incredible podcast that does incredible work. And here's to 200 episodes. And here's to 200 more. I'm so glad that I became fast friends with Jacob all those years ago to be even a small part of this. And I can't wait to see what y'all do in the future. Congratulations. And happy gaming.
Hey, Left Behind Game Club. It's M9 Prime. And I just want to say congratulations on episode 200. You guys have opened up my eyes to many great new games like Coffee Talk. I don't think I'd ever play those without you guys talking about it. But my favorite still stands at the Hitman series that you guys do. Again, congratulations, and I really, really appreciate all the hard work you guys put into this, and it is always a joy to listen to your episodes. And when I see one come up in my feed, it's one of the ones I fire up first. Take it easy. M9 Prime out.
What's up, Left Behind Game Club crew? It's Dave from Tales from the Backlog. Thank you for letting me be a part of your show, and congratulations on episode 200. I had a great time talking about PAX East of 2024 with you all, and of course, a couple of great discussions about Final Fantasy 16. So as a fan, I love the show. As a collaborator, I love being a part of it, and I love working with you all. But the best part is that I can call you all my friends now. And that's not something I can say about just anybody who I've worked with throughout the last couple of years. You all truly are fantastic people that I genuinely enjoy getting to know and hanging out with when we have the chance to do so. So hey, thanks for being you. Here's to episode 200 and 200 more. Dave out. Have fun, y'all. Celebrate Left Behind Game Club tonight. Boo-doo-boo-doo-boo-doo-boo. Left Behind Game Club.
Hey guys, Settlebox here. I want to congratulate you guys on reaching episode 200 of Left Behind Game Club. I became a listener of the podcast when I was looking for a podcast to listen to while working a long shift for the government, and it was the Hitman episodes that drew me in. They were hilarious, and I decided, yeah, this is going to be a podcast I listen to. And you guys got me through that long job and those long hours. I am still forever grateful of you guys also inviting me on for the Spider-Man episode. And you guys are great to talk to in the Discord. I can't wait to see what you guys do next. So congratulations, guys.
Hi, this is Dan from The Greatest Story Ever Played, dropping by to say congrats on 200 episodes. This is an enormous feat. For years, you have given us awesome thoughts on video games, and what a cool spot to be here now and see you cross the 200 threshold. Absolutely awesome. I also feel uniquely privileged in that I've gotten to talk on mic with all of you a whole bunch of times, whether when I've gotten to get guest on Left Behind Game Club or the many times that you all have come to my show as a guest and talked games with me. I've always been really thankful and have enjoyed getting to talk with each of you. And I think beyond that, as great as your show is, I think that you're even better people. I've really enjoyed the times that we've gotten to spend just talking off mic, getting to meet Jacob and Katie at GDAX last year. Awesome folks. And so, yes, congratulations on 200, and I can't wait to see what is next for you. All right, so those are voicemails from the community, from past friends of the show. So now we're going to get into the main meat of the episode here. we decided, and by we I mean I decided, that we were going to build the essential list of 20 games that we played on this podcast before. And so we did some of the homework beforehand, and that's so that this isn't a 4-hour podcast. So what we did is we all filled out a survey of 10 games that should be in that list of 20. And what I have here is the compiled results from that survey. And what we're going to do here is we're going to lock in any game that had 3 or more people that voted for it. So that's 11 games are already part of the list. And then we're going to go back and debate games that at least one person voted for. So what I'd love to do to start is throw out the games we've locked in, and then maybe if I can get some of you guys to throw out some comments about those 11 games, and then we can talk about what other games deserve to be on the list. So let me read them out, and then maybe we start with the obvious one at the top of this list that I've heard more than one person in those voicemails that we just heard call out that those are the iconic episodes for this show. So we start with Hitman and Hitman 2. I lumped those both together because between them they had 6 votes. So everybody here, unless somebody voted twice for Hitman and Hitman 2, we had 6 votes for Hitman 2. Mo maybe voted. He's like, yes, it was me. I voted for both. So maybe one person didn't, but we got 6 collective votes for the Hitman series. 5 for What Remains of Edith Finch, which we mentioned. We have 4 for Portal and Celeste. And then we have 3 for Undertale, Soma, The Wolf Among Us, Hotline Miami, Hades, Bloodborne, and Death Stranding. So again, that list: Hitman, Hitman 2, What Remains of Edith Finch, Portal, Celeste, Undertale, Soma, The Wolf Among Us, Hotline Miami, Hades, Bloodborne, and Death Stranding. I feel like we have to talk about the elephant in the room, a bald man named 47. Does anyone want to jump in and talk about that? Because a lot of folks mentioned it, and I feel like we have to talk about it off the top.
I thought you were calling me out.
Yep, the bald man.
Mike has shaved his head for the podcast.
You got a shaved head. Hey, 47, tell us about this game.
Wait, do I need to quick pitch it, like elevator pitch it, or what?
Oh,
what are you looking
no,
for?
you don't have to do that.
The
You don't have to do that.
experience.
Just the experience,
Yeah.
feelings,
I mean, that game,
screwdrivers.
I think that game was the best combination of like just fun exploration, have a good time, find weird, quirky interactions, and like poke at weird systems. And also like tell your friends about it. Like I'll never forget Egg in the Discord ended up like making a YouTube video recreating my playthrough of like the very first level of it. Because I think my story of it was that like I just ended up throwing screwdrivers at people from a distance, hoping that it would kill them. And he thought it was so funny that he just ended up like going and role playing as me as 47 for that. And yeah, like it's just quirky, it's zany, it's fun. And to me, I think we had so much fun and played it in so many different ways that it just lent really, really well to an episodic series.
Yeah, as a listener at the time, I agree with everyone saying that the Hitman series are like the iconic episodes so far for the Left Behind Game Club. The way the three of you it was just, the chemistry was great. You guys were competing for your scores, but also the ridiculousness of what was happening in every episode, in every situation, every scenario. It was, I thoroughly enjoyed them just as a listener at the time, and I totally makes sense. Number one game, I don't think any other game deserves to be at the top of this list than Hitman.
I totally forgot that we had the score competition.
Oh yeah, it was good.
I'd
forgotten
so
until the
fun.
other day that we also put the briefings on the episodes
yes,
too.
You did.
It just like briefed you well, and then we went right into it. It's been like 3 or 4 years since we've done a Hitman game, though. Isn't that crazy to say out loud?
Totally. Sounds like it's time.
Is it time? Are we going to do it here? Is it time?
I think it's time.
I've got the third game.
Me too.
I don't want to interrupt the chemistry Travis was just complimenting, but I'll play alongside.
I know, right?
Great. Sounds like it's happening. Mo, you talked about What Remains of Edith Finch as a game that sort of broke you out of the mold of what you played. What did you love about it, if you remember?
Yeah, it was the aha moment where like you don't need some crazy interactivity, although it was mostly like a story experience. one of the things I still remember is a lot of the story happening in the background, which for me, like from a graphics perspective, was really cool. Usually you get like text bubbles or someone talking in a game, which only gives you so much like depth of the storyline, whereas this one, it kind of like the environment was part of it. And it was just one of those, like, I vividly remember going, okay, let's just get through this. Jacob and Mike, I think, said it was a really good game. Let's give it a shot. And then as I was going, I was like, yo, this is nice. This is like, it was a soothing experience, even though there is some wonky like situations. And I can't even explain it to someone. If someone said, hey, what's it about? I'd say just buy it, download it. You won't regret it. Just experience it. And it's worth whatever they're charging nowadays.
What Remains of Edith Finch is one of the seminal episodes for this podcast for me.
Yeah, I agree.
I remember listening to this and feeling like that. Like that's almost like a foundational text in the Left Behind Game Club story. Not just because of Mo's revelatory experience, which is beautiful and transformative and wonderful in its own right. But for me, that's been a game that's evolved over the course of the couple years. It's sort of unrelated to the podcast, but if I could for a second, I use this game in the classroom with high schoolers in a creative writing setting. And so I often present this game to kids. It takes 2 days to play. And then I have like a little graphic organizer that I give them about like it like outlines all the family members and how they died and how the story was told, and then we have like some reflective discussion afterwards. Without fail, people connect with this game. It's just such a universal experience. It's really rare for someone to sort of like not care about this game when they experience it, and to hear you all discuss it was really rewarding for me. I don't think my other podcast, my original podcast, ever released our Edith Finch episode. I'm not sure if we did, but we did one, and I remember listening to y'all's episode as sort of like homework before, and that was just really rewarding to go back and re-listen to it because it aged really well, in my opinion.
I think the craziest part is that game came out in 2017, and the developer behind it, Giant Sparrow, has not released a game since.
Yeah, I don't know what they're up to. I assume nothing.
Follow that up, though.
They haven't announced or teased anything that I know.
It's like your debut album being just a classic, you know.
Well, they have a previous game. They have a game called The Unfinished Swan.
Unfinished Swan.
I think it's 2015 is when that came out, or maybe earlier.
That's the
it's like
PlayStation
okay.
3 game?
Yeah, and it's available on like Steam and such. But Edith Finch is the masterpiece for sure. There's like some weird connection
there's
with
a New York
Hilton.
Times article
to try and follow that up.
Yeah,
maybe
there's
that's
a New
what
York
it
Times
is.
article about it that says they're working on their next game, which is about the strangeness of organic life, and that's inspired by Attenborough documentaries.
Okay,
so we'll see what comes from.
I'm here
that.
for it.
Katie, you're a Portal sicko. Were you on that episode? I can't remember.
No, Portal was early-ish, was it not?
Yeah, it was.
Probably.
I think so.
Yeah. No, I was not on Portal. I heard you all talking about it, and I was like, that sounds like a puzzle game with portals. That sounds great. And then I had no idea how great it was going to be. And then, Portal and Portal 2 are some of my all-times. It's just one of those games that, as soon as you plant a portal, you plant another portal, and you can look through the one and see the room, and then you walk into it and you're like, oh, I just did it. And then you look around the possibilities and just everything about it. Just like aesthetically, it's great. The puzzling is great. I love that game. And I would I should go back and re-listen to that pod actually, because I bet it's a lot of fun. I don't recall that much in particular about it. I assume it was the three of you?
Probably. Portal 2 is still on my backlog. I've never gotten to it.
Oh my god, I love Portal 2 so much.
I remember Portal 1, especially now in retrospect, Portal 1 was like one of the first games to make you break the break the game, break the supposed actions that they want you to take, right? Now it's kind of passe with Stanley Parable, is that? Or Stanley?
Yeah, it's been really influential on a lot of things. A lot of other games have kind of iterated on the idea, but
it's
the simplicity of the original, though.
Yeah, exactly. But like that, I think that really was one of the first, and it felt so special at the time.
Yeah, that was episode 44 back in September of 2018, where we conspired that Mo secretly owned the Twitter account. Is Half-Life 3 out yet?
I remember that. Oh, that's funny. I mean, we're still wondering to this day.
I mean, signs of life. Signs of life.
Suppose
Who knows? Gay Ben might be able to count to 3.
I feel like we're making a list of episodes that we need to do. So
Literally.
Hitman 3.
Actually, yeah.
2.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, I know you talked about it a little bit, Flora, but Celeste is up there as sort of a game that 4 of us voted for. Significant to you, significant to many. You got a speedrunner on, which was rad. Anything else? I know you talked about it at the top a little bit, but anything else you want to mention about Celeste?
Not much to mention. It's one of my favorite games of all time. It was a really cool treat to be able to talk about it with, was it Mike who was on the episode with me for Celeste?
Probably.
Might have been me.
I think you bailed, Jacob. No offense. I don't remember who it was, but someone hard outed on me.
Can't do it.
It's okay, but it made the hosting experience a little sweatier. But I just adore that game. I've played it every Christmas Eve for the last 5 years. I played it for the first time in 2018. I'm going to get a strawberry winged tattoo on my hand, hopefully pretty soon. Inspired directly because of the game.
Hell yeah.
I'm very just across the board grateful. I have a little Maddie pixel art thing with a strawberry. I should show you guys, but it's an audio podcast. This little thing my friend made me.
Oh, nice.
I just adore this game.
I think of you, Flora.
Thank you. I'm so glad. I mean, that's like a trans woman rite of passage. So that's we all do the Celeste climb. I don't know what else to say about it, honestly. I just adore that game, and I wish more people would pick it up if they haven't already, because I think it's intimidatingly hard. And I got so frustrated with that game when I first played it, and then I overcame it, and now I can play it and finish it in 4 hours or something. So it's just a matter of dedication, and that's a testament to what gaming does, is it teaches us, which I think is cool.
Didn't you used to play it once a year also?
Yeah, I call it Celestemas every Christmas Eve. This past year I missed it for a few reasons, but I should be doing it again this year in 2025 if anyone wants to go to my Twitch channel, which I never use, but twitch.tv/Flora Marigold if they want to come over. Christmas Eve I should be live. That's the idea. Playing Celeste.
We're going to keep it moving here. Travis,
Yes.
you know what my biggest regret on this whole podcast is?
What's that?
Oh, I know what it is.
Introduction
I know what it is.
to our Undertale episode.
Oh, that's not what I thought it was.
What do you think?
What do you think my biggest regret is?
I thought it was mispronouncing one of the characters' names throughout the entire episode, and then
Multiple
being
times.
oh, well, that's locked in forever now.
What was the character again? Was it Asgore?
No.
Or was it Sans?
No, I think it was
Sans?
Papyrus. We called
Papyrus.
it
That's what you said. Oh,
Papyrus for
no.
the whole thing.
No.
The whole thing. Yeah.
I remember this because
boy.
they got paper. Oh.
Yep. Real bad.
What's wrong with the intro, Jacob?
So, fun fact for those listening: Undertale is our #1 most downloaded episode of all time.
That's amazing.
Insane.
And not by a small margin either.
That's insane.
It is that episode has 3x the next episode.
Yeah,
and
that's how podcasts
I've
work.
looked at the Spotify graph of retention, and because I do my little fairy tale over Undertale music narration, and it's pretty bad. You should go back and listen to it if you want to hear it. But the retention dip goes, and 90% of people just click away when they hear my voice. So I've actually I thought about no episodes of changing them except to go back to that one and just change the intro, because I think Travis, that episode you and I did is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Minus the intro being terrible.
I honestly forgot about the intro part, but honestly, that Undertale is an amazing game. The fact doing a 2-person episode with you was extremely intimidating, because I was also just I was not a host yet. I did this for fun, but what can I bring to the table to as a discussion, right? But that was one of my favorite discussions that I've had about a game with someone that I love spending time with, and it was just a great experience to do that with you. and I don't know. It was a big thing to overcome, the idea of like, I can talk into a microphone, I can do this and carry a conversation as opposed to leaning on maybe someone else, right? So I don't know, maybe it gave me some determination to continue.
The two-person?
Wasn't that a 2-part episode, or am I hallucinating?
Just a very long episode.
A very long
one.
one, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I
went
listened
for
to it
a
in 2
long
sessions.
time. Yeah.
I remember that being, for me, another one of those canonical Left Behind Game Club episodes.
Yes.
Like, I thought that was such a great discussion across the board. I didn't know Travis at all. We hadn't met in any capacity. I remember driving home from work, like, once or twice, listening to it on the treadmill at the gym. For some reason, that sticks out as, like, a highlight episode for me. And, of course,
nuts.
I love Undertale. Like, Undertale's like a top 10 for me. But I really enjoyed y'all's discussion of it, minus the papyrus.
Yeah, that was bad. Can we go
Miss
back and re-edit,
No.
like just over?
Oh my God, each one,
each
but like
one.
bad.
Yeah,
Just
each
dub it
one. I'll just
poorly,
say it
though.
correctly.
Don't even
So it's
repronounce
like
it. Just put like a
papyrus.
curse word censor on it.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I thought about a long time, and I don't know if I've ever said this to you guys, because sometimes the ideas just stay in the vault and I never share them. But my thought was like, could we do an EX format where we did the same game again with different hosts?
You could.
And to me, Undertale would be the game for that.
That'd be
to
fun.
do another episode, different hosts, but you guys talk about it.
That makes
I don't
sense.
know
Yeah.
what is there left to be said about Undertale. I hate
Yeah,
to
that's
say,
true.
like I unfortunately have consumed so much media about it that I feel like I just regurgitate all these critical takes I've sponged.
I've heard almost nothing about it, and it's on my list.
Wow.
Well,
that would be
Mike-
interesting.
Homework, sir. When you're done, I'll host you.
Do you find yourself playing older games and wishing that there were new discussions about those games? Enter Tales from the Backlog. Hi, I'm Dave Jackson, and on each episode, I'm joined by a guest to break down those games that may be stuck in your ever-expanding backlog. Each episode looks at one game in depth, focusing on mechanics, story, music, and other aspects with no spoilers until a clearly marked spoiler wall in the middle. If you've played the game, go ahead and climb that spoiler wall and enjoy in-depth story discussions, and if not, jump out when we warn you and maybe go play that game for yourself. We have over 100 episodes in the feed, everything from Disco Elysium to Tunic to discussion episodes about how to get into horror games, and if games actually need to be fun, or if they have more to offer. I guarantee that there's something in there for everybody. Once again, that's Tales from the Backlog, available wherever your podcasts are found.
Do you feel like you're the only person in your circle who wants to go deep about video games regularly?
We were like that too. Until now.
Welcome to Crossplay Conversations, the brand new bi-weekly topical video game podcast from Luke Lewis,
Joseph Hooper,
and Jacob McCoy.
With many years of breaking it down separately on shows like the Left Behind Game Club, Player Podcast, and Lukewarm Games, the gang is finally coming together to publish their gaming group chat in audio form every other week.
Expect roundtable reviews of the latest games, profiles of upcoming indies, and insightful conversations about essential topics in the video game industry. All with a mostly positive, insightful, and fun style.
Help us out by subscribing on your podcast platform of choice to get the first episodes delivered straight to your feed.
And follow us on Twitter at Crossplay Convos for updates about the show.
Cheers and happy gaming.
Mo, our sixth game on the list here is Soma. That's one that you, myself, and Jess, my partner, we played on a podcast. I think that is one of the greatest stories told in a game ever. Do you remember that one?
No idea. This is where the varsity football head damage. You said I was in it, and I'm like, I was? Maybe?
Yeah.
Was it scary?
Yeah, it was scary, and it was underwater.
Terrifying.
Thanks again.
Okay, I think
I
all
couldn't
remember
finish
is
it because
fear,
it was so scary.
I blocked it. Yeah, I don't
It was
do
lost
this
in the
like
transfer.
voluntary high blood pressure games. Like that's good. I have enough thrill.
It did have a mode where you could turn off the scares and just like
not turn off the
or
scares,
no
but
die.
you can't die. Yes, it takes away the pressure a little bit.
Mo lost that information in the coin flip.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Good.
which Mo is this? We don't even know.
We don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows.
Is it regular Mo or Wolf Mo?
Schrodinger's
Oh,
Oh.
Since,
where would
we don't
Wolfmo
remember
show up?
Soma that much, he might show up in The Wolf Among Us.
Oh.
Which
Yes.
is also on the list.
The big bad
That's an
wolf,
interesting
Jacob
segue
himself.
from a game we don't remember how to talk about. No.
I'll never forget
hosting.
Jacob being the big bad wolf. That was like my favorite thing in that series.
Are we
Yes,
just going
very
there
much.
now? Are we living there instead of just like no Soma discussion, transformative horror game, whatever?
I
Great
love
game.
Soma. Don't get me
you
wrong.
should play
I love
it. If you
Soma.
haven't played Soma before, play it. Everybody.
Yeah.
But
Big
yeah,
Bad
Wolf Among
Wolf.
Us, iconic Left Behind episode.
I think of Jacob as the big bad wolf to this day. Like that's still like Jacob's the friendliest, cuddliest teddy bear ever, and yet I'm still a little worried. Is Big B Wolf coming out of him? Who knows?
Is he going to rip off an arm? Who knows?
He's Teddy inside of Persona 4 until he gets out of that suit.
He's not a sex pest.
And then
It's
I'm
okay.
Shadow Teddy.
But Jacob's got a couple personas in my mind. There's Mr. Business, and then there's the Big Bad Wolf. And Big Bad Wolf is my favorite Jacob. Like
me
It
too.
is not
Me
who
too.
you expect. He comes out of left field. It's just memorable. Like Telltale Games, I think we have a really good track record of doing, and they extend themselves well to this episodic format. And that one was just fun. It was fun, and I kind of knew Jacob was just going to be Big Bad Wolf at some point. So I just wanted to hear what he would get up to.
I think of you guys, the original like trio of you three, as sort of like Telltale fiends. Like that's sort of like that was like an anchor point. I think early on in the pod,
which is so wild because I don't think any of us are like diehard Telltale people. I think it just ended up being really good for the podcast.
It's great for the podcast
Because we were doing bi-weekly,
right?
And it was really just like, how can we turn out episodes bi-weekly?
That's true, yeah.
And the Telltale game was the perfect foil for that.
Yeah, I think people don't appreciate how long video games are. Like for the most part, like they're extremely long. I'm about to pick up Death Stranding 2 as of tomorrow, and that's probably going to be 120 hours or something. I'm not looking forward to the hour count there. It's going to be like Gremlin status. I'm going to come out like all unshaven and everything. But I think of like what's a good turnaround product. Like Telltale games are sort of perfect for that. Like you can talk about them in terms of choice. They're short, so your listeners can kind of participate alongside without too much of an investment either. It's a great format. I love that y'all have picked up the Borderlands series recently.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Ooh,
Revelation.
there it is.
Revelation. Okay. It's coming. We've got... Katie and I have some stuff cooking, okay? So
did I just spoil that?
You did, but that's fine.
we might have
can
said it on the
censor it.
podcast
Jacob's the
before.
editor,
I think
so
we mentioned it.
okay.
It's been simmering.
Oh,
it's okay.
God, I thought that was.
Flora,
it's a slow simmer. It's not your fault.
It's okay. It's been going. It's been cooking. It's a perpetual stew of a game. Let me say.
I saw a little bit of a shock
just
on y'all's
continuing
faces,
to-
and I was like, "Oh no."
Yeah. No, but to your point, Flora, like, and not to, show too much about how the sausage is made, like, it is exhausting to spend 100 hours or 120 hours playing a game to get a 1 or 2 hour podcast out of it. And to try and do that twice a month. Even once a month, it's tough to crank out a
Absolutely
100-hour game or even a 70-hour game and then talk about it. So,
and we're doing this for fun.
Gig. Yeah,
just to remind everyone of that. Like, if this was a paid gig, like maybe there would be some incentive there. But like, we're doing this because we're passionate about it. That's an important angle to remember when listening.
And I think that's one of the reasons why we also had way more energy and excitement for the Telltale games. Because we knew it was only a couple hours. And like we were like, oh, damn, yeah, this is great. Like, it was a fun little tight bit. And even if it wasn't awesome, it was like, oh, yeah, but the next one's only just a couple of hours. Like, we don't have to invest that much.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely fun.
For sure.
Yeah, excited to play more of those.
Yeah. Someday we'll go back and play Batman Season 2. Maybe. Who knows?
I haven't even played Season 2.
Flora, you mentioned Death Stranding 2 comes out tomorrow as of recording here. Death Stranding 1 is on the list here. I know that's one that I believe Katie, myself, you, Travis, and Court FTW did a two-parter on.
Mm-hmm.
What an experience. What a video game.
I love Death Stranding. It like
Yeah.
I don't know if, kind of like I mentioned, this podcast gives me deadlines and makes me put in the time to play a game. Death Stranding would have been a game that I think I would have been like, oh, cool, I'm going to pick it up, I'll play it, and then eventually something else comes out and I just don't finish. I don't, get to the rest of it. I've got my fill and I move on, or I always intend to go back and I never do. Knowing that we were going to record a podcast, I put in the time for Death Stranding, and I love that game. And the longer I have sat with it, and the more distance I have from playing it, the more I have just such great memories of it. I didn't need a Death Stranding 2, but I want a Death Stranding 2. And
Amen.
I am so excited. It's coming tomorrow, but that's one of my favorite games, and I don't know if I would have put in the time and the effort and the energy to playing it had it not been for this podcast.
Well, it's a big, long, slow burn kind of game.
Yeah.
Right? And if you've got life things going on, sometimes you fall off of those. Like I said that one of the very few Western RPGs that I have finished is Fallout 3, and that's because I finished it for this podcast, because otherwise I just roam around and do random things and don't accomplish the story. Like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, never going to finish that game, but I'll probably put 200 hours into it. That would be Fallout 3, and I would just be like, okay, I'm done, and never finish it. But this pod makes you actually get to the end of these games, and when it's nice when you do that, and then you feel rewarded for it too. Like when slow burn games end up meaning that much, it's really, really good. And Death Stranding, I'm so excited.
With regard to Death Stranding, that's as I mentioned, one of my favorite games of all time. I was not on the pod itself, but I just think of that game as fundamentally transformative as far as what AAA games can offer. I think that was a 2-part episode, if I'm not mistaken.
It was, yeah.
I think y'all did sort of a spoiler wall for a Dave Jackson sort of scenario, but part A, part B sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
There was so much to talk about. We literally had to cut it in half because it would have been so long. Because that game
but the gameplay alone, you can talk an hour just about how that presents itself, and then we deep dove into the story.
Unpacking the story.
That's how it was divided. That's correct. Okay, I remember that so distinctly as a listener, as far as being there and just waiting for my favorite people to talk about this game that had just absolutely fucked me up, and Death Stranding was a really isolating experience for me because I played it, I binged it in one session. It was 55 hours for me or something like that. The second playthrough I did was 95 hours, so a very different experience. But at the time, I had finished it way before everyone else, sort of like Claire Obscura, and I was like, I need to be able to talk to people about this, and to hear y'all's conversation was just so rewarding. I just want to say that.
I know we have to move on, but I just want to reminisce about when Jacob was posting, when we were playing this and we were trying to finish it for the pod, and Jacob was posting clips onto, at the time,
I know
Twitter.
exactly what you're going to say.
And he's like, oh, I keep falling. I don't know why I keep falling. Look at how this is ridiculous. Look at me fall down this mountain. And then Travis comes in and goes, you're not wearing shoes, Jacob. Why aren't you wearing shoes? And he's just critiqued the whole thing. It was how do you expect to stand up if you're not wearing shoes? And then
literally,
my God.
It
put some shoes on.
They were good videos too, because Death Stranding falls are it just gets worse and worse. You stumble, stumble, then you're falling, then you killed Mama on your back, and now you're dropped everything, and now you're in the river, and it's just a disaster. And
your
Death
packages
Stranding
float
clips.
away.
Oh,
I
Death
think
Stranding
it's worth
clips are
calling
hilarious.
out. Not only is Jacob a great host, but for someone who is bad at video games, he completes so many. He just powers through.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Can you say you're bad anymore?
I didn't realize that he was bad because Jacob is a guy who plays a lot of games, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
and it was let me just finish this. We would joke about it. We'd be joking Jacob, you're bad at games on the podcast, right? And then I remember, I think it was a Zelda game that we were playing. And he was streaming it on Twitch, and I just hopped in to watch. And I was like, "Oh my god, he's actually bad at games! He's actually bad." It was not a shtick. It's not like Mo doesn't know how to read. Like it's like and
Mo doesn't
I know
even
this
crack
sounds
a
like
smile.
a backhanded compliment, but like I genuinely mean it. Like for not being great at games, it is amazing that Jacob is able to push himself through a bunch of these
and loves games so much
Exactly.
still. Yeah.
Yes.
And they hate me so much. To your points, guys, like in 2022, I beat 38 games. In 23, I beat 44. In 24, I beat 48. And I'm kind of on pace to beat 48 this year. Or
That's
48 or
crazy.
more.
Wow. La-di-da.
Insane.
Yeah.
I just want to offer the thesis. Has Jacob leveled up?
He might have.
Oh.
Is
It was
he
hard to
is
level
he
down.
Can we say he's mediocre instead of bad? Can we give him a little raise
No,
here?
I don't think you can.
Jacob
We're just going to use
finished-
bad still.
Finished definitely 2 of our next games. In particular, I'm going to bump it up ahead of the list. Bloodborne. Jacob finished Bloodborne.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
That's
it. He was so
crazy.
proud,
Crazy.
and he didn't think the
I
best
complained
part.
a lot.
Yeah.
I
Oh my
complained.
god. He said early on, he's like, this isn't happening. He's like, I'm not finishing this game. He was like at the bridge, like at the
I'm
start,
the
like
one
the
who didn't
first
finish.
the first boss. Yeah, but you were plugging away. No, but
I was
got
one
many,
boss away.
I got many messages from Jacob that was like, this is never happening. I hate this game. I want to throw my controller at the screen, this and that. And then I was like, have you like leveled up? Did you upgrade your weapon? He's like, I can upgrade my weapon. And I'm like, okay. And I had to hold his hand a little bit. But then not much.
Never mind.
Honestly,
You
you took off
bad gamer.
all by yourself.
There was a moment like where I was bad, and I think I beat the first boss where I was like, oh, dodging and parrying.
Hey.
New
Yeah, you got the
concept.
flow.
Concept.
And Bloodborne, one of my favorite games. And I was so happy that I was able to get some people on board, and we soldiered through, and we got to like talk about a FromSoft game. That was really exciting for me.
Bloodborne.
It's wild to me
rocks.
that Jacob beat a Souls game, but not Metroid Prime. Oh, or not Super Metroid. You know what I mean?
I didn't take that dig. I just want to make that
No,
clear.
I don't
that
even
was
mean
not.
that as a dig. It's just like genuinely, Souls games are harder. You know?
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
they
Travis, I'm almost done. We can play. We can talk soon.
Speaking of beating a game.
Yeah. I've been working on it
we've-
for over a year.
We'll get that episode someday.
Yeah.
So
we have 2 more
Bloodborne.
episodes on this list.
I want to capitalize on this because I saw it just moved in our list. I just want to say that game, I'm so upset with myself for not finishing it. Like I was just alluding to.
You were so close too.
I know, and I had so much fun talking to you all about it because like I did not expect to enjoy that game. FromSoft games are like super my thing and also super not my thing. I'm having so much fun with Night Rain. I don't know if any of you all want to like ever stream any of that. That would be a fun thing to do in a little trio. But it is hard as heck. And I would say that Bloodborne is probably my favorite FromSoft game. I thought it was Elden Ring, but Bloodborne's like health recovery mechanic in combat.
Yeah.
That's just like the bee's knees. You can't get better than that. So anyway, just wanted to highlight that. I had fun talking about that with you all.
Mo, I'm going to have you talk about maybe the last 2 here, and Mike, you can jump in there too, because I know you're a fan of the last one here. Our last 2 were Hotline Miami and Hades.
Yeah.
Mo, start with Hotline Miami.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
game has guns.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
and like
the music.
Totally, it's one of those also games that gave me like that aha, because I'm not a huge like platformer. It reminded me of like the Meat Boy game. I'm not sure if
Super Meat
like
Boy?
Meat
in terms
Boy.
of
Oh, yeah.
yeah, like the art style and like the 16-bit. However, I think once you go through 1 or 2 like levels in Hotline Miami, for me at least, I was like, wow, this is awesome. They do like the replay of like your actions. You can see what you can do. It like rewinds everything. The story made no sense, but I loved it. It like kind of made you feel like hazy. It was a little bit of like what's going on. You don't really know, but you don't care. You're just jumping around trying to proceed to the next level. It's almost like a puzzle game if I remember it correctly. It's not. It's like action game, but primarily the shooting is just how to solve the puzzle. You try to clear each level. I loved it. Something I was surprised I was gonna like, because it's not like I'm a traditional AAA title in the past. That's all I played. This is like I guess I don't want to use indie's not a bad word, but like, you know what I mean? Like a smaller game is not something I'd really love to play back in the day, but this is another one of those games that made me look at, hey, you don't have to just play AAA, Batman Arkham Asylum, all of that stuff. It's an eye-opener game. I don't know about you, Mike, if you felt the same way.
Dude, I love that game so much. It was a game that you could like play for the story, play for the vibes, play to just blow off some steam, play to just like hear some chill tunes. It was a fun, for me, the closest comparison is Super Hot, and it's just like every room's a puzzle, and you get to like have some fun cracking it open.
Totally.
As a listener at the time, Hotline Miami is like, I think it's the Mo episode for me, because I remember distinctly the revelation of like, I would have never played this game had I not been doing this podcast. And also, it was very much like, I don't care about the story, skip through everything, let me shoot more things. But like it just was the Mo episode for me, and that's stuck in my brain. It's just when I think Hotline Miami, I'm like, oh yeah, Mo's game. Yeah,
it's definitely a Mo game because it's all guns.
It's all guns.
You're just killing people.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
It's puzzle rooms of killing people. Great.
Yeah.
All I know about Hotline Miami is just blood. The screenshots I see
nailed it.
Is just like these like just top down, just like flat like corpses, with just like blood puddles. So it sounds like Mo.
Yeah, it's like I feel like I'm weird that I'm elevator pitching it now, but it's like the first GTA game, but if it was confined to like a floor of a hotel.
Okay.
You know, and you just go in and it's all top down, and somehow you know what everyone's doing when they come at you. Like, it's a weird angle, but you get it all. Anyways, yeah, what a great game. The only game that I think I know Mo loves more than that, for sure, is Hades.
Oh, absolutely. It solved my issue. So, like, one of the meme of, like, I don't like to read, I don't want to play the game. The one thing Hades does perfectly, it's voice acting. And, like, believable, nice voice acting. So, like, you don't have to sit there and say, oh, hey, Zeus wants to give you a weapon. It's Zeus's voice or Persephone's voice. And everyone in there is, like, believable. So, it is, like, a puzzle roguelike, but those are one of the games where I wanted to listen and kind of go through. I even looked at some of the lore in the game a little bit. Didn't read too much of it, but like I did open it to see if there's something cool.
I opened a file once.
Yeah,
you guys know me. That's a big deal because like I just want to slash and shoot. So like let me have fun. I'll read at home or on the beach somewhere. Like this isn't the time for it.
On the beach. Nobody.
Death Stranding 2.
Death Stranding 2.
God.
Yeah.
So those are the first 11 games we have on the list here. We've got to put 9 more in our essential collection of games for the Left Behind Game Club. So what I'd love to do is go around the horn and maybe fast pitch style, have everyone, one by one say a game that they think should be in this list. Maybe we'll go around 2 or 3 times each and just share your fast pitches about games that should be on this list.
Should we all just get to pick one? Should everyone pick one and then we go together on the last 3?
I like that format too. If everyone's down,
like everyone gets a pick,
Mike,
and then the 3 last of them we have to decide together.
Katie's like, we all put another game on the list each, and then the last 3 we fight about.
Like you get a pick from the list.
I'm ignoring the 2 votes right now.
Yes, you can either go 2 votes, 1 vote, or something that nobody voted for.
Anything from the 2 vote or 1 vote list. Anything really.
Yeah.
Okay. Done. I got it.
Mo, I'm gonna have you go first because you bravely chose to go first here and put a game on a list. Tell me about your love for Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus.
Love it.
Totally. So there is a lot of, like I said in the beginning of the call, there was some offensive left outs in the list. I don't want to talk about them too much because in case someone picks them. But Sly Cooper is one I'm almost certain no one will put on there. And for me, it's one of my first new character storyline games on the PlayStation. That I was a PlayStation guy growing up, so I never played the Marios, didn't really care much for the characters growing up. This was like the first party, unique character, fun game, cool mechanics. it's something that's just in my brain as one of my favorite games of all time. Everything from the voice acting in there, the silly story at the time, the sneaking around, almost like a mix between Hitman or Metal Gear Solid and the cartoon version, kind of playful. I don't know. It has a lot of nostalgia points hitting me in the head, and it's something that if I'm able to put one in and I want someone to try out, I think it's been remastered. It's a great game to replay. I think it holds up. Maybe if you don't care for the story or the characters because you don't have that background, it might not be your favorite, but I still think it's a good one to take a crack at if it's on sale or something you want to try out. That's my.
Of course, Jacob is holding up a coffee, as he does.
On Vita, of all places.
That's a Vita copy?
How many more copies do you
thought
got?
it was a
What else you got?
PS4 copy.
He's looking.
Oh my gosh.
For the listeners,
He's got a couple.
He is looking.
He never has.
Yeah, he is actually like inspecting his shelf.
Copies, right?
Yeah,
if he doesn't have two more, then is
There's
he really
two more
Jacob?
digital copies somehow.
Oh,
Very
there you
good
go.
point, Katie.
He got in a bundle somewhere.
No,
There it
just
is!
the Thieves in Time. Just Thieves in Time.
I'll take it. All right.
You know,
For
how
the
there's
record-
like seed libraries where if like the world ends, you know, they'll be able to replant stuff from those like seed vaults.
Yeah,
in Arctic
you have
or
to
whatever.
have
Yeah, that's Jacob's
That's
library.
like-
Yeah.
That's like Jacob's gaming collection.
Yeah. For sure. And thank
Just the
God,
hits,
because
baby.
someone's got to collect it. I just want to reiterate, Sly Cooper rocks. Big fan, and enjoyed that episode a lot.
Flora, you were brave and also put your pick up real fast.
I thought about this real
Yakuza
quick.
0.
Reason I picked Yakuza 0 is not just because that's like one of my favorite games ever, which true. But we hosted Imran Khan on that episode, which was a real big, like, sort of starstruck moment for me. Like I was mentioning with Court, the speedrunner of Celeste. Imran Khan's like this really prominent journalist in the video game sphere, for those who are not familiar. We just got to like vibe out and talk about Yakuza and how much we love it. And that was sort of the vibe of the whole episode. I believe that was Katie, Mike, and myself. We did a two-parter. Imran was just on the first episode, I believe.
And Matt Storm was on the second one?
I'm getting it confused because Matt and I have done so many Yakuza-related discussions at this point. I'm not sure what's what. Feel free to correct me and add that bing in a moment. But I just wanted to shout out Yakuza 0. I want more people to be playing that series and giving it a try at least. And obviously 0 is the place to start. I have a lot of friends who have been trying it out from the like a dragon position with the Ichiban turn-based style game, which I think is like equally valid. But 0 is the definitive place to start, and I'm just really grateful that we got to interview someone who like is really prominent in the conversation around like doing the journalism with the Yakuza games. I just felt like a true privilege. So just wanted to highlight that one.
Matt
Yakuza
Storm
0
was on 161 Part 2, just to confirm.
Oh,
Thank you.
yes.
Go ahead,
They
Katie.
were on part 2. That is one of those games that I probably would have never actually picked up, that I've always been curious about, but I don't know that I would have actually played it unless I forget someone pitched it as a game for the pod and was like, I love this game. I replay this all the time. And it was probably you, Flora. And I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. I'm going to play a Yakuza game. And it was the wildest. I adore that game. And I haven't had the opportunity, like the time to play another one, but I'm always like, oh, which one? What's going to be the next one? Because I can't play them in order. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's
I'll
only
never get
500
there.
more hours, you know.
Yeah, that's all. No big deal. No, I played like those
You can play
little
it
racing
remastered on
cars.
Switch too. It's fine.
Yeah. If you take out all of my minigame time, then I could have finished it fairly quickly. But like, can you play a Yakuza game without like putting 20 hours into minigames? Probably not.
No.
Yeah, I shot somebody with a Marlin cannon. Like, it's I had so much fun playing that game.
Katie, you're another brave person who put your pick up early. PT is your pick adding on here.
I love that PT pod. I've never played PT. I have watched a couple
enjoyed it too.
playthroughs of PT, but that pod was another. There are some like classic 2-person podcasts that aren't. I mean, it's sometimes a tricky tricky thing to land, but when they're really good, they're so good. And Jacob, you and Jess talking about your experience playing PT is like one of my favorite things. And Jess was on one. She was like, "Oh, something about macaroni babies, hilarious."
Oh, I had to. That was going. If you hadn't said PT, I was going to put PT on this list.
Honestly, that's why I threw it in early, because I was like, Travis is going to take it.
Oh yeah, because horror baby macaroni art is something that I think about. I want to say,
I associate PT with horror baby macaroni art.
At minimum, I think about that sentence maybe 6 times a year. I don't know. It's just, I'm not kidding you. Like, I see macaroni or I see a little baby doll, and horror baby macaroni art just instantly triggers in my brain. And there's no... Yeah, it's going on this list. It was going to go if you had said it or if I had said it. There was no way I was not going to make sure I mentioned that sentence.
Yeah.
Didn't she say horror baby really funny too?
She said
horror baby
macaroni art. It was very strange. It was great. Yeah, it was very good. So. Jess was amazing in that episode.
Yeah.
You were also amazing. It was just a really good episode.
Yeah, fantastic.
That's the second one she's on here. She was on Soma too, so shout out Jess. Sounds like I have to have her back on this podcast talking about video games.
Yeah.
Mike, your pick on here is Psychonauts.
I am dumbfounded that no one else voted for Psychonauts. That game is so classic, right? I remember us having a conversation about it, and it was like way after that game came out. And it still felt like you cut the meat circus out of it. It still felt like one of the most avant-garde games. So good. I always have fun talking about that game. There's always something fun to bring up. The Milkman is like such an iconic segment.
Yeah.
That game was so good. I can't believe. I understand we had limited votes, but man, that is my absolute sneak it on the list. Force everyone to talk about it.
Psychonauts is one of my favorite games ever as well. Somewhere in the top 25, I'd assume. I have a list somewhere. But the episode y'all did was really, really fun. And listening, I'm so glad you brought up the Milkman. That was like one of my favorite hubs of the conversation. Did you ever play Psychonauts 2, Mike?
Yeah, loved it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I thought it was
Did you?
Yes, I did. I loved it as well. The first one's always going to have the more compelling charm to it, but the polish that the second one brought to the game was really, really wonderful.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more.
Travis, you and me are caught without our picks yet. Am I going to do it first, or are you going to do it first?
I can go first.
Okay.
Honestly, it's mostly because I don't know where people are picking things.
We're just adding our names to the document, man. Are you just having your wine?
Travis is just vibing on a couch next to a mattress. He's just vibing.
For the listener, Travis is sitting on a desert island by himself. He doesn't have technology. He's somehow beaming into us.
I have the dock open.
Because Travis has never hosted, that's why. He's like, wait, there's a dock
open.
Rookie hours.
I have the dock open. I see. Oh.
We gotta cut this all out, Jacob. We gotta cut it.
No, you gotta leave it in.
This is all staying.
That's a top 10
This is all staying.
Well, it's okay.
Moment.
At least it's at Travis's expense, not mine.
I was going to say Chrono Trigger.
I wanted that was my other option.
Good pick.
I'm glad you picked it.
It's an amazing game. Number one, if we're talking about in terms of just good games to put on a list of games you need to play, Chrono Trigger is it.
Mm-hmm.
But the second half of that is the fact that it's a game that I never It's always one of those I'd love to play it. I'd love to play it. Whatever if I have time. When we decided to do it for the pod, being able to experience it and then discuss it and then realize how much of an influence it is on modern gaming and the ideas and the things that you do in that game. I don't know if I would have made those links had we not had that discussion in those two podcasts. And as much as like, yeah, you know, it's kind of cliche, like Chrono Trigger, one of the best games of all time. It actually is. And I wouldn't have played it had it not been for this podcast. And our discussion made me realize its value in the grand scheme of gaming as a whole. And the things that it was doing was so novel. And it's hard sometimes to go back to old games and be like, yeah, okay, they were doing this thing, but like other games have now done it better. But that game still does it really good. Like it doesn't. Up. It still holds up despite the fact that it is older. And yes, a lot of times, you know, other games have reiterated. We talked about how Mass Effect has a lot of influential stuff from that, like with the character relationships. And, but it's, and yeah, that's a great game too. But Chrono Trigger is still really good. It's not like looking back at an old game being like, for example, Metroid, the first Metroid game. To go back and play it is not like the most amazing experience, but you see the influence throughout the generations, and this game holds up and it's great, and I loved our discussion about it. So Chrono Trigger is my pick.
This is one of the rare episodes where I actually don't think I've listened to it, and yet Chrono Trigger is like one of my favorite video games ever. So I'm really excited after this conversation to like go back and like give that a listen. I think Chrono Trigger holds up so well. I played it in I think 2019 or 18 maybe for the first time. And like the music, the art, like the even the gameplay structure, like it's so non-grindy because of the like live interactivity with how you engage with enemies, like all of that stuff. I can't, oh my god, I just want to like replay it now. Can't wait to listen to that episode. That sounds like fun.
So obviously I could echo all that. Yeah, great game. Everything you both just said. The Chrono Trigger pod will remind me always of when I told my spouse, you made it into the pod again, and he was like, no, not again, because at a crucial moment in that game, he was messing around with my mouse and like pretending, because I wasn't touching my mouse because I was just on keyboard, and then he was like, because I was trying to decide what to do with, is it Magus?
Yes.
I was trying to decide what to do with Magus, to fight him or have him join me. And I was like, I'm going to think about this. And he was like, oh, you're thinking hard. And he was like moving my mouse around. And I was like, haha. But he would never like purposefully mess with it. And then he accidentally clicked the button. And I didn't even realize that would do something. And it did. And it made me fight Magus. No! And the look of horror, the face that he looked at me with of just like, oh no, like horror on his face. Like, I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Oh, it's so funny. So I think of the Chrono Trigger episode, and one I think of, great game, great discussion, love all that. And I also think of my husband's face looking at me like, no, I'm so sorry. And it brings me joy every time.
I think that is the first JRPG I ever played, apart from like a Paper Mario or a Mario and the Seven Stars, which like doesn't really count.
What about Pokemon?
But that was the first. Oh, I guess Pokemon, but like
also
true
really
hardcore.
Yeah, I feel like Pokemon
JRPG.
stands apart a little bit. It's kind of its own thing.
Cowards.
I feel like I got RPG pilled though because of Chrono Trigger, because I went from Chrono Trigger to then playing my first Final Fantasy game, and now I'm a Final Fantasy sicko who's like, cool, I played 16 and I played 7. Now should I go back and play 9? Should I play 8? Should I play 10?
Jacob, we know you're just a Ben Star sicko now. You don't have to say Final Fantasy.
Look, Ben Star saved my friend's life, so I will forever be indebted to that man.
Amen.
My pick, the last pick before we talk about our final 3 here, is Virginia. Nice. This one is from Variable State. This is a 2-hour game. It is one that whenever people go like, hey, what games get close to movies? Or what game can I like play in 2 hours that are really good? I always think of Virginia, where it's weird. I'm not even a huge X-Files person. Control didn't do it for me. Sorry, friends that love Control on this call. But it just had sequences in it that just brought me in. The level of production sort of or the ambition and what they delivered on so outweighed their production to the point where it is a game that is often on sale for like $1, and the amount of times I've gifted that game to friends to just be like, hi, spend 2 hours, play Virginia. Mike, by your nodding, are you the other person that voted for Virginia?
I have to be. I honestly don't remember, but I am so glad you picked it, because yes, like that game is so good. I remember that episode being like, we're all a little bit like, whoa, can you believe how good this game is? It's also kind of confusing, but also like surprising how much they get across without saying anything. Yeah.
I've still never
Really?
played
where I
Virginia
went
ever.
Me neither.
And I haven't listened to the pod either because I was like, well, one day I'll play it, and I never listened to it or played it. And now here we are, and I'm like, oh crap.
Maybe I should have been
Where's
gifted
my
a copy.
dollar gift?
Where's
for
my-
It's like $3.
I'm gifting
Come
it to
on.
people.
I could get it myself. You're right. No, I
He's
just
been
never
gifting
have.
it to people for a while now, though.
But this has reminded me. I'm like, oh yeah, Virginia.
Flora owns it.
I purchased it because of the podcast episode. I don't know if I've
Nice.
ever shared this story here, but I listened to y'all discuss it, and I was moved enough to give it a try. I played it. I hated it. Totally not my thing at all. So I don't want to say that in like some like denigrating way. I respect what it's doing as a piece of art. It's
I
very
love
Twin
the
Peaks.
hard turn on that. That was
like,
great.
There's been many a moment where I like have a critical clash with people that I otherwise agree with, and this is, I think, the big one for me, because I think specifically for Jacob this was like a special game, and I really didn't want to like talk shit about it.
He just gifted it to me.
But now we're doing an EX version
Did he?
of
He
that
literally
episode.
just gifted it to
Oh
me.
my
and
God.
Katie and Travis, and it's gonna be sick. I can't.
It's
wait
like
to hear
fine.
it.
The thing that like doesn't work for me about Virginia is how
No, save it for the episode.
Oh, there we go.
Save it for the EX.
Oh, we're doing okay. All right.
I literally just got a gift.
All right, listeners, you have to keep sticking around with us. In the future, I'll give you my Virginia sucks take. Just kidding.
Dunks.
Just kidding.
But we gotta
No,
make them wait.
I will not dunk on that game like that. I respect what it's doing. It was not for me. I
Katie,
thought
we have
it
to be
feels like
Steam
it would
friends.
be.
By
Sorry.
the way,
What's that?
I just said, Katie, we have to be Steam friends so I can gift you gifts in the future.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I always forget to friend people. I'm
Yeah,
like,
if
no.
anyone wants to give me gifts on Steam, I believe it's just Flora Miracle. It's just,
asking for them now?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, like I'm soliciting.
Just toss that fishing line out there, see what you get.
If you want me to
know?
play something, yeah, I mean, pony it up. Let's go. No shame.
So we have 3 spots left on this list.
no.
I would love to propose a speed round here. Mike, unless you had another idea where we just very quickly say game and why, and maybe
Perfect.
go around the horn twice.
Let's
Mike?
do it. Let me go first.
Okay.
Emily is
Mike, go
away
first.
because that was the revelation of Glitzy Chica.
Yes, Glitchy Chica is also.
I promised I wouldn't bring it up anymore. I promised that to Katie. But
Yep.
this is so contextually appropriate that I have to bring it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emily is away 1 or 2 because I think
Ooh, it was in
Katie
1.
joined the
1.
show for 1. Okay, 1. 1 is not on the list, but 1 is on the list now.
There you go. You know what's funny is that I am the least glitzy, and
Chica.
most people would not call me a chica. So all of that is, it's like a, I don't know, alternate version, a different universe of me.
Hey, Glitzy Chica, what's your pick? Or rather, let's say who has a pick. Who has a pick ready?
Thank you.
Flora.
Doki Doki Literature Club.
That's
And why?
I mean, greatest visual novel of all time, perhaps. Had really a lot of fun with myself, Jacob, Katie, and our friend Miss Witch on the discussion portion of that. Like, that's a game that just sort of like rent-free lives in my head. So I think of that because I don't know if I hosted that one. I feel like I did. But that one is a contender for me because of just the fun that I had while recording.
Mo, I saw a hand go up.
Yeah. This is so disrespectful that it wasn't included. Luigi's Mansion, the greatest GameCube game of all time, and the one we've referenced in every podcast about who's a Luigi guy, who's a Mario guy. It's foundational.
Yep. That's true.
And it's a great game.
That's true. That was the birth of like the superior Mario brother.
Oh, wait, is that the... Hold on. This is a reminiscent episode. Can we recap this? I might have missed the origin story here. That's how we began asking which is the superior Mario Brothers because of Luigi's Mansion?
Sure.
Oh.
Of all games?
I am not one to ever rely on memory.
Okay, me neither.
I forget just about everything. But
I love this question.
I can't even imagine what would have prompted a debate over who the superior Mario brother was before that. I know that was an episode where Jacob was like, I don't like this game that much. It'd be better if it was Mario's Mansion. The alliteration, blah, 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 blah. Yeah,
Mario's Mansion? I mean, that the alliteration rolls off the tongue, but come on.
Like that.
Luigi's so much better. Never mind.
Yeah, I remember making a case that, hey, Mario is just reckless. He doesn't have fear. He's just reckless. It doesn't make him brave. Whereas Luigi is brave because he goes in spite of his fear.
You cannot be brave if you're not scared.
That's my recollection.
I think that's a Game of Thrones quote. Something like that.
Something. That's a quote from something. Somebody has said that.
Jacob,
it's true.
Katie, no, I will not. I will do no such thing. Katie, are you up next?
You know what? I'm going to throw Florence in there. Because I really love that pod. That was, the game also. It's it's such a unique presentation of that game, and it's so accessible to everybody, and it's just a good pick up and play. It's one of those games that you can show to non-gamers to be like, hey, no, but there are different kinds of games, and there's a wide variety. It's not just Call of Duty. There's different things, and you can play it in a short amount of time. And then the podcast discussion that we had was so much fun, and we actually did it at Jacob's place where he lived at the time, and it was all the four of us in the same room, and it was a really, really fun talk, and it was a good night. So I have fond memories of the game and also of podding about that game.
This is another game that I use in my classroom. It's so funny that you use it. When you say this is a game for non-gamers, I played this on an airplane and I cried in my seat playing this game on my phone. This is a free mobile game on Android at the time. And I respect and adore Florence so much. It is worth noting that I believe the lead designer was outed as an abuser, so there's kind of some really weird touchy-feely stuff there. But in general, as a piece of art, I think Florence is sort of a perfect design concept. Do you want to experience a love story where you fall in love and fall out of love within an hour? It's the perfect thing for that, and it's a one-class game. And it always sparks some sort of discussion and usually makes someone cry. And I'm talking about teenagers here. So, I bet adults would typically react a little more strongly since we have a little more emotional intelligence, dare I say.
So, my pick in this speed round is going to be Spec Ops The Line. This one, I love the story. I love third-person shooters. And
everyone in the chat is nodding.
Yes, I would have picked this one too. I thought about it.
Yeah. So sick and twisted. I think the episode's great. We played it so early, and one of those very iconic, Left Behind Game Club games. So this one has to be on there. So that's mine.
And if I had to pick one more game that I just think about sometimes, it's To the Moon, because it is the game that Jacob told the internet that he was a soft boy. And it was the one that put that into the universe. The crying on the air.
I sure did.
Yeah.
So, what?
The crying on the air.
This is another one that I never listened to because I meant to play it. So I have just never listened to it.
Yeah.
I think
I
this
have
point
to go back
I've never played it, but I've since forgotten it. I've never played it. I've since forgotten the episode. All I've retained is that Jacob cried. And I think that's reason enough to put it on the list.
Yeah, no, I remember this too as a listener. I am such a soft girl as well. I will cry at anything.
Me too. I cry at everything.
I have still not played To the Moon, some freaking how. I bought it though because of that episode.
It's on iOS now, and I think this one has the crown of first game to second game that has the largest number of time between when we played the first one and when we played the second one, because we just played Finding Paradise, myself and Dan from The Greatest Story Ever Played. We just played that one November of last year. So I think it's 7 years between episodes, which is wild. Maybe someday we'll finish that. So we're at 23 games. Let me read the list one more time. Hitman, What Remains of Edith Finch, Portal, Celeste, Undertale, Soma the Wolf Among Us, Death Stranding, Bloodborne, Hotline Miami, Hades, Sly Cooper and the Thievius, Raccoonus, Yakuza 0, PT, Psychonauts, Chrono Trigger, Virginia, Emily is Away, Doki Doki Literature Club, Luigi's Mansion, Florence, Spec Ops The Line, and To the Moon. So we've decided that we're going to move to 25 slots so that we don't fight for hours and hours for a couple of spots. But I think collectively, I'd love to know, for 24 and 25, what are those iconic games or iconic episodes that have to be on this list?
Okay.
I mean,
I'm just going to say Night in the Woods.
Yes. Okay.
I'm good with Night in the Woods.
That was what my gut was telling me. Yes.
That was
Talk
one
about
of
it,
my
Mike.
favorite episodes to record with you guys.
Yeah. That was so, like, I loved playing that game. I loved talking about that game. It was such a surprise for me. I listened back to it at one point, and I was like, man, this is fun to listen to. And I usually don't say that about anything that I'm on. I'm usually like, oh my God, I can't believe my voice sounds like that.
Same. No,
that was an easy 24.
That was a super easy 24, and I have felt that way the whole time. I'm so relieved that you picked that out, Mike, because like I wasn't on that episode, but as a listener, that was, to me, that was what I was really kind of gravitating towards. I don't know what we're gonna do for 25. But I was very much like, yes, Night in the Woods. Who's feeling 25? Who wants to lead this one?
I mean,
I think we should all just pitch one.
Yeah, sure.
All just like round table it?
And then we can all kind of convince each other of one.
Yes.
The one that I just think of as maybe not like the best game of that genre, but I think of it as an iconic early Left Behind Game Club episode is Gone Home. Because that was like the first like walking sim narrative that sucked Mo in, and Mo was like, okay, I can walk around a house and like read stuff, and you know what, it's okay. I don't know. I think that's an iconic early one.
It's definitely a landmark moment. Definitely a landmark moment.
Who else has got a suggestion?
I will. I'm going to be a dick. I'm going to go again. I'm going to suggest Shadow of the Colossus.
That was another one.
That would have been my other pick. Yeah.
Other big
you know what?
Agree.
All right, so I'm conflicted here. Gone Home, absolutely seminal episode for this show. Shadow of the Colossus, I remember when I was doing my ludonarrative podcast a little more actively, I listened to you guys. I like looked up Shadow of the Colossus on podcast forums to like see what was out there on it. And I like clicked on some random stuff, which is I believe the way that I found you all was
that's
crazy.
So cool.
Because of Shadow of the Colossus.
Isn't that the first episode?
That is. It is the first episode.
First 2 episods.
I think it was like my podcast, like second or third or something. It was up there. Like that's an easy first when you're talking about like story games. I am really inclined to just bump that vote up, but Gone Home also feels really special. I feel like I need to like tear my own like previous recommendation out of here. Take Doki Doki out and
Doki Doki's in. No.
I want to acknowledge both. I think I'm gonna say +1 on Shadow of the Colossus. I think that's iconic for Left Behind Game Club, and like it has the origin story and everything. You know.
Can I come in with a dark horse?
Sure.
Oh no, you're gonna say Paper Please or something.
I am not. I love the game.
About the horse
and I think
from
the episode.
Shadow of the Colossus.
If you say Costume Quest, you're banned. You're kicked out.
No, it's actually a short hike. Is the one I was.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I love that
love
one. That was a good one. Was I on that?
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Mm-hmm. The game is fun and breezy. The music is great. I think we did really well in the episode. It's not. I love like a 50-minute episode. That is like I think the greatest thing we could ever provide to the internet is just 50 condensed, beautiful mints.
We're not doing that now.
I bet you if I'm a betting man, I bet you that's a 50-minute episode. I'll check that and see if there's any other.
It's a 50-minute game. I don't see how you would go much longer.
Hey, look, it's a 51-minute episode.
We've gone longer on shorter games like Florence.
Oh man,
I think that's like a 30-minute game if you really beeline it. Sorry.
Any others that folks want to pitch?
I'm seconding Shadow of the Colossus. It's our first one. We're probably so bad in it. It's our first episode.
No,
it feels special.
You guys feel like friends.
And it's a great game.
More than podcasters, you feel like friends, if that makes sense. Like we've evolved the podcasting thing as we do it, and I've listened to you all evolve how you discuss games. But in the very beginning, it feels like just like three friends, which is like perfect. Like that's great.
I think it's very fitting that the 25th pick is Shadow of the Colossus. So I'm on board.
It feels right. I'm down with it. It feels right.
Yeah.
That was so easy.
Easy.
Sorry, Jacob. Short hike is out.
Man, I thought we were gonna fight.
Look, I was fine with any of them.
Video game
my
combat.
whole thing is like, I'm gonna ask one time. Gone Home?
It belongs somewhere
At
on
25.
here.
Oh,
I feel like Gone Home does belong in here, but like I don't know what needs to go. Jacob, are you willing to sacrifice Virginia?
Games for Gone Home?
I'll sacrifice one of my own. I will sacrifice Doki Doki to put Gone Home on here for the sake of the pod.
I like Doki Doki episode.
I'll do it. No, it's a great episode, but for the sake of the list, I will volunteer. Or no, Yakuza 0. Take it off. Put Gone Home on there.
Whoa, really?
Yes. I don't feel good
Even
about
though
it, but,
every Friday
but it's
you
necessary.
post a Yakuza GIF.
That's a good point.
Oh yeah, no. Every Friday in our Discord, we're doing the Yakuza game. So like the legend lives on, but Gone Home is more seminal to this podcast than Yakuza is.
As a podcast episode, I think you're probably right. Yes.
Yeah, Imran Khan was awesome. Had a lot of fun talking with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Gone Home is more important on this list, so take it.
He'll never come back.
Yeah, I know. It's like he's gonna hear this episode and be like, "Oh man, this is what I get for showing up on their show." No.
I'll read that list one more time, and then what I'd love to do is close the episode by asking y'all for final thoughts and one game that you want to throw out that you'd love to do in the future. So the list again: Hitman, World of Assassination, What Remains of Edith Finch, Portal, Celeste, Undertale, Soma, The Wolf Among Us, Death Stranding, Bloodborne, Hotline Miami, Hades, Sly Cooper and the Thievius, Raccoonus. Gone Home takes that last-minute spot. PT, Psychonauts, Chrono Trigger, Virginia, Emily is Away, Doki Doki Literature Club, Luigi's Mansion, Florence, Spec Ops: The Line, To the Moon, Night in the Woods, and Shadow of the Colossus. Those are the 25 essential games and episodes of the Left Behind Game Club.
That's a great list.
So that's a great
really
list.
good list. I'd be happy if I was desert islanded with this. This would be okay.
Mm-hmm. Those would be some good ass video games.
Yeah.
Who's ready to close the episode first and give maybe one title they'd love to play on this here podcast in the future?
I have one.
Go ahead, Travis.
Literally, and we've talked about it before. Quantum Break is one of I love Remedy.
I'll play that.
I love Control. I love Alan Wake. Alan Wake 2. I've now loving those games. I'm like, I know that Quantum Break is going to be somewhat separate, but also maybe connected. And I just would love to go back and see what they were doing with that game because it does feel very underrated. It's not one of those games that everyone talks about. So I'd love to go back and just kind of see what was going on in that thing. It's just kind of hard for me to get it because I don't have an Xbox. It's kind of trapped on there. So maybe I'll borrow one of Jacob's 10. Oh, I don't have one of those either. So
that's awkward. Okay, never mind.
I'll just steal one of Jacob's 10 Xboxes and one of his 5 copies, and I'll find a way to play it. So.
I got you, buddy.
Yeah.
He has twice the consoles that he does the games? Never mind.
Yes.
I won't do the math.
Who next?
I feel like
Mo, you can go.
Go ahead, Mo.
Yeah, it's a game I'm playing right now. I think Metal Gear Solid 3. It's being remade, I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something I'm enjoying. So if anyone is looking to replay it, let's do it.
Flora.
We have privately discussed this, and I have no idea how we would do this in which way. But Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I really want to talk to you all about this now that you've all finished it. When we met at PAX, I was the only one who was done with the game, and every single person who was playing it, like Matt Storm or Dave Jackson or you both, Travis and Katie and Jacob, you're now playing it, right? And Mo
I
and
have
Mike,
a
if you're
copy
not,
and I have not started.
Correct your mistakes. It's the greatest RPG that feels like a JRPG, made in France. Like I am waiting for one of my friends to give it less than a 5 out of 5. Like it's so convincingly good. I just don't know what you would say about it at this point. Other than, like we would just sit there and just circle jerk it the whole episode, which is fine. But I do want to sort of like develop a critical perspective that makes insightful sense. So that's kind of my wish list item. I just need to figure out what to say about it.
I think we can do it. I was saying we can't, but now I think we can.
I think it'd be really fun to pick it apart. Like good pick it apart, you know, like it just like, let's talk about like, how did this make you feel? Like when this character died, for example, because there's a lot of death. But you know, it's that sort of game.
Katie, what's yours?
I just had it. I had it in my head. And then we started talking about Clear Obscure.
Yep, we riffed on
you know what it
the
is? You know what it is? It's never going to happen. And that's why I want it to happen. It's never going to happen.
What is it?
Sekiro. One day, Bloodborne was part 1. Bloodborne was like, I will get people to play Bloodborne, and then it happened. So I'm going to put it out into the universe. I will get people to play Sekiro, and we will pod about it. We probably won't. It's probably never going to happen. But
I installed it on my Steam Deck. So I bought it. It's on there. I'm coming for you. I'll play Sekiro.
Claire Obscure has made me one step closer to playing it with the parrying.
Yep.
So
100%. I feel capable now,
never.
right?
I wouldn't say never.
Let's do it.
Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Let's pod about it.
We did Bloodborne. We survived Bloodborne. We can do anything.
That's true.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll say that. I'll pretend
I know
it's
Sekiro's
the
like
same.
more unforgiving.
You got Jacob to play it. You know,
I did.
Like
right?
That was our first mistake.
So like, you gotta shoot for the moon, you know?
No, but that's huge.
Yeah. I'm so glad we're like a FromSoft podcast now.
Yeah. Okay.
What you got,
I'm
Mike?
going to take the games that we will never play off the table because we'll never play them.
Like Sekiro?
I'm going to say Persona 4 Golden.
Oh.
Whoa!
Yeah. Because I'm working
Mike, you know
through
what I
it.
just finished?
I know, dude. I know.
You know what I
know
just
you did.
released a podcast episode with Dave Jackson of Tales of the Backlog about?
I saw. This game, yeah, I'm not going to get into my thoughts on it, but like, I've been playing it, and I've been playing it for like, I'm not going to go deep.
17 years. No, it hasn't been that long.
Basically,
84 years.
Basically, my idea was I'm going to play one day of the game per day in real life. And
you're going to like sync it up?
Work.
That's psychopathic
up,
if you do.
Oh my
not
God.
literally sync it up, but you know. But
I bet people have done that.
It's taken me a while.
It's I think about an 85-hour long game, so you know, take your time. I would love to talk about it.
I've already put 80 hours into it. I'm not even close.
Whoa.
So.
Okay, though then you're probably nearing the conclusion.
No,
I'd be happy to talk.
No, I'm not.
Nope.
We'll talk about it when we record it.
Okay,
but
sounds good.
I played it for 71, Mike. So just so you know,
that's
and
the speedrunniest playthrough I've ever heard of.
And I got the golden ending.
Did
too,
you
so.
even what? I was gonna be
He
like,
wasn't
did you
wearing
even
shoes.
like befriend a character?
He
I
wasn't wearing
didn't have
shoes.
all of my social links completed, and I wasn't wearing shoes. To Travis's point, yes.
Nice.
Well, I mean, that sounds like Jacob.
My pick, I will just say the thing, guys, because I want it to happen so desperately, is Hitman 3. Can we please do it? That needs to be the one. I'm putting it out in the world. It's happening.
I have a copy of it. I'm in. I've never played a Hitman game, so is it okay if I just jump into 3? I think
absolutely.
from what people have told me, you can just jump in.
Yeah.
So that's why I bought it.
I don't know how it's
like
packaged
$20
these days, but I think that there's a way that you can buy, if you have 3, you can buy the levels for 1 and 2 as the World of Assassination. So
I've listened to
you can play
y'all's
3 without
episodes,
playing
but
1
do I
and 2.
need to know anything about it?
Nope.
Okay.
You do not.
Let's go. All right, I'll do it.
Let's frickin' go. Guys, that was 200 episodes. We did it. Talked about the games we love, the games we might play in the future, shared some voicemails, shared some memories. That's going to be the podcast. So if folks want to follow along with what we're doing, and just one last thing, Jess texted me while we were recording, and I said horror baby macaroni art, and she said horrorbaby.com. So
Wow.
Good to see. You can find all things Left Behind Game Club at leftbehindgame.club. Our Discord server is at /Discord. You can jump in there and talk about this show and any of our other shows. We are posting on Blue Sky, so you can find that Left Behind Game Club. That's where we post details about the episodes coming soon. Nothing planned at this stage, but you heard Mike's working on a Tales from the Borderlands series, and we may be cooking up some other stuff, so stay tuned for that. What I'd love to do is just have everyone pitch where they could be found on the internet. Mo, can you be found on the internet?
Barely, but I ask for next game help in our Discord, so if you are on there, please help me. Sometimes I don't know what to play, so you'll see a poll or two maybe once in a while when I finally come out of the hole in the ground I'm in.
Are you Shenron the Dragon in the Discord?
I think I switched it to Mo, so there's no confusion, but inside I'm Shenron the Dragon.
Shenron the Dragon always. Mike, where can folks find you on the internet?
Folks can find me at Ruffalo M on most social places online or in the Discord.
Yo, I haven't heard that in a while. That sounded good.
Yeah, no, that did. That felt rehearsed.
Travis, where can folks find you on the internet?
I'm at Travis Colnett at bsky.social on Blue Sky, and I'm mostly in the Discord, so come check me out there.
Katie?
I'm also on Blue Sky. Lesperak, Lesperak, also in the Discord.
Flora?
Saving the best for last. Thanks, man.
Wow.
No, just kidding. I am unfortunately still on Twitter at Flora Marigold if you want to come find me there. I am on Blue Sky at the same address, and then of course hanging out in the Discord. You'll see me at just the name Flora. So yeah, come hang out. Like if there's not enough temptation already, the Discord is the place to be after the episode. So come join us.
And you can find me at jacob.bsky.social on the old Blue Sky. I'm also in the Discord. You can find me there. And I want to shout out two other projects. One with two folks on this here call. Cutscenes. Remember that podcast?
Oh my God.
Are we coming?
Lives.
Is there a new season?
There sure is. We're wrapping it up, baby, with 3 episodes starting July 17th, so look for that.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And then you can find my other podcast, Crossplay Conversations. It's an indie game-focused podcast that I do with Joseph Hooper and Luke Lewis. You can find that wherever podcasts are sold. Yes, Flora. Would you like to talk about Epilogue Gaming?
No, I wanted to ask actually about cutscenes. I was going to see if you're comfortable talking about what's coming down the pipeline.
Yes.
Are you able to tease it?
We totally are. Yes, we are. So this season, we are watching the Alicia Vikander Tomb Raider movie. We are watching Uncharted, and then we are wrapping the whole series up with Until Dawn.
Let's go! That sounds so
Jacob loved
exciting.
it.
I love cutscenes so much. For the listeners, just a quick description as someone who's not a part of the podcast. It's just usually these trash video game productions, occasionally good ones. And Travis, Jacob, and Katie all just dissect it, and in the way that you're used to hearing us talk about video games. So couldn't recommend it enough. I look forward to it all the time. Really glad there's another season. So, yeah. But, yeah, you mentioned Epilogue Gaming. I do have a video game website, epiloguegaming.com. Didn't plug it. Come read my articles, etc.
Love it. That's this here show. So with that, I guess I have to say shout out Mike Ruffalo.
Yes!
And that, my friends, is many games left behind.
That's many.
I thought we only shouted him out when he was not here. I thought that was the rule.
That's why I wasn't going to do it, but I was like, you know what, for 200,
we'll shout him out
do it for the
anyway.
man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.